is very unique. You know why? Because he traveled around US with a motorbike. Motorbike. Well, without further ado, please welcome our last insider, Amzar Faiz.
Wow, thank you so much for that introduction. I thought she was going to say I'm a Malaysian that doesn't speak Malay because she was excited about that. So the whole reason everyone's here for the theme of the evening is growing outside your comfort zone. I stole this nice little slide from the Incitement event page. So a big problem that people have with growing outside of their comfort zone is they're afraid. Oh, can you hear me now? Okay. So a big problem that people have about going outside your comfort zone is that they're afraid. There's all these negative thoughts that you have in your head. Is how do you live your dream? How do I go skydiving? Not scuba diving, skydiving. So first you need a plane. So not a boat, a plane. So I want everyone to do a little exercise with me. Get their cell phone out. And just hold it up. Your cell phone. So just hold your cell phone up. And I want you to text my number. So in this text, I want you to do two things. Give me your first name and tell me what you are afraid of. So unlock your phones, set it to the message, and I'll tell my number slowly. Yeah, so you're all just. I do, but they'll just get bombarded. So my number 016 921 07 74. So again, your name and what you're afraid of. And generally think of it of something you're afraid of to achieve your dream. So if you want to go to New York and money is a problem, that's a fear you have. So I have from KL, his fear is of heights.
No connection.
From Kadi, failure. Oh my God, I don't know if my phone will survive this. From Dylan, it's you. From Kadi, failure. From Jet, failure. Thomas, people judging me. No subject. Luan, being a journalist. Oh my God, my phone is dying. So that's the first step that I've helped you all realize. The first step is trying to figure out what you're afraid of doing. Or what is this fear that's holding you back? Or Alden, I am afraid of not achieving my dreams. I'm afraid of you, you're huge. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, because Malaysians are generally smaller people, so. Okay, so next slide. So this morning, I had a pretty bad morning. I was driving to work, trying to get there early for once, 9 a.m. is early for me. But my tire blew. As you can see, it exploded in 3 places. And I realized to myself, holy shit, this sucks. This is, just gonna ruin my day, this is the biggest pain in the ass. But then you stop, and you think twice, and you realize, I am so lucky that I have a car to go to work with. There are people who have to walk, who have to use a cup to shower, who have to do X, Y, Z thing. Thank you. So if my mic ever goes away, someone let me know. But yes, I am really lucky that I can go to work, that I have a job. That I have a job where I can learn a lot of things. And I can meet people like Zikri, Dylan, and Andrea, who... What do I do? I am here to inspire you. I mean, The reason why I don't want to say what I do is because I don't think that matters. It's because everyone around you is a person with a story to tell, something you can learn. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how much they earn. Because there's always something you can learn. I mean, I learned a lot about Andrea and Dylan, and from the flashlights and everything that's happening right now. Next slide. So, what I want to talk about right now is privilege. And the privilege that you get of actually being able to growing outside your comfort zone. So, Zikri actually talked about a cup and how, it's really lucky for us to have running water almost every day. It's essentially having running water. The reason I wanted you all to text me was because we're really lucky to have a cell phone. To have the ability to communicate with others across the world, to get any knowledge that you want from Wikipedia, from learning programs, from anything. We're all really privileged to be here today, to be alive, to experience all these great moments with each other. Next slide. So, I want to tell you about one of my stories. And this story is about traveling around the US on a motorcycle. This was a crazy idea. Why? Because I didn't have a motorcycle license. I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle. I've never ridden a motorcycle before this trip. As you can see, I have no idea how the hell to tie bags to a motorcycle. I have lashes and other doohickeys. I didn't know what to bring with me. But I'm stupid. If someone tells me I can't do something, I say, well, you know what, I'm just gonna do it anyway. So, next slide. So, why did it suck to travel around the US? I want to start off with all things that sucked about the trip, about the things that I hated, about the things that were really hard to overcome. Why? Because these things are the first things that you encounter when you're trying to achieve your dreams. Yes, it'd be great to sail around the world, but that's the end goal. There are things you have to accomplish before you get there. You have to raise the money. You have so many things you have to accomplish. Let's say ending wars, solving world peace. That's a very difficult road. And no one is going to lie to you and say it's easy. Of course it's not easy. If it was easy, it would have been done. But that's why it's all the more important that you work hard for it. So for me to save up money to actually go on my trip, I stopped paying rent. I went homeless for 6 months. I saved up all the money to buy a motorcycle, to take motorcycle lessons, and to just travel. So, the first day that I left on my journey, I was caught in a thunderstorm. Again, this is my first time traveling on a motorcycle. Never done this before. Again, a really stupid move. But you know what? It gave me lots of memories. I thought I was gonna die here. And this is only 2 hours in a 3-week journey across. So it wasn't a good start. This thunderstorm, lightning everywhere. I actually stopped and cried. Because I thought I was gonna die. Because I was in a back road and there are trucks passing me. And when the truck passes you, all the wind and all the water literally throws your motorcycle off the road. And I just didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm only 2 hours in, should I turn back? But I said no. And then because I was really bad at tying stuff up, I lost my tent. My tent flew off my motorcycle. So on my journey, I never stayed at hotels because, college students saving up money, and you have to live homeless to save up, buy a motorcycle. That was my bed. That was all I had for 3 weeks when I was traveling across, and I took 6 weeks coming back. Next slide. So this is one of my days. I love taking pictures because I have a huge fear of losing my memory. So when I can look back and realize all the stupid things that I've done and all the amazing memories I've made, it'll be great. Plus, getting likes and shares on Facebook always makes us feel better about ourselves. We're popular and whatnot. So, this is the end of my first day. I started at about 9 a.m. It is now 2 a.m. And I've driven 700 miles that day. It is not an easy journey, but it has to be done. So, why my journey sucked? I was hit by a car in Detroit. It was a hit and run. I was on the highway, and it was 110 degrees that day. And so because it was really hot, I was wearing shorts and flip-flops and a shirt. And thankfully, I wasn't so stupid. I was wearing a helmet. So everyone who rides a motorcycle, please wear a helmet, or else my face would be gone right now. Next slide. So these are the good slides. These are the pretty pictures. I have scars all over my body because of this accident. And the worst part of the accident wasn't that someone hit me. It was the fact that they hit me and they didn't slow down and they kept on going. And I was like, oh, that guy's an ass. Well, I was like, okay. The next guy's gonna stop and, help me out. Then this car came, he slows down. He looks at me and he keeps on going. And I'm like, wow, people suck. I was like, okay, no, two for two, next one's gonna be good. Another car comes, looks at me, keeps going. At that point, I'm pissed. I'm like, what the hell? Come on, guys. But then someone eventually stops, and they pull the motorcycle off me. They call 911, they get the ambulance to, actually patch me up so I look a little bit prettier. But then I realized, you know what? There are crappy people in the world. But there are also so many great people in the world. Like the person who helped take this motorcycle off me. Why should I hate people because of the things that those 3 previous people did? This one person helped me. The doctors helped me. The policemen, the ambulance workers, they all helped me to get better. So I was like, you know what? There's so much energy that is wasted on just hatred that you should just let it go. Just appreciate the good things that happen. Like the fact that someone actually picked a motorcycle off of me. Good thing. So, I forgot to take that slide off. Again, I'm homeless. I continued on my journey. This time, I traveled longer, 900 miles in a day. I ended up in the middle of nowhere. And I bought another tent because I was scared of bugs and stuff. Next slide. And honestly, there's lots of other things that happen. I've lost 4 tents during that entire trip. I'm really bad at strapping things down. I actually almost died 3 times. But I've seen and gained so many things from that one trip, from stepping outside of my comfort zone. And I'll walk you through what I gained. I have seen more of the United States than people who live in America. Right here we have I have no idea what that is. A beautiful place. I believe it's Yosemite. So I was in Death Valley. And this is after the accident where I started wearing shoes and long pants and jackets. So you learn from your mistakes. I saw the Great Lakes. This is Crater Lake. This is in Oregon. And being there is so much better. I don't know what happened. oh, this motion makes it go on. I conquered dinosaur type things. I saw the weirdest of the weird. I found a corn palace, which is a building larger than this, covered in corn. It has the world record of building covered in corn, and I don't know why this exists. But it does, and I saw it. And now I appreciate corn more, or something. I saw a real life bison, buffalo, bison, and didn't realize they were larger than me and my motorcycle. Because I saw them from afar, but when they're there right next to you and they're larger than the car next to you, you're like, hell, biology, your textbook didn't tell me this. I saw people who were crazier than I am, who strapped a guitar case to work as his seat. He travels with his guitar. He is also from Oregon, where I was living. So mainly it's something in the water in Oregon that makes us crazy. I ran out of gas on my motorcycle 3 times. The first time I ran out of gas, the first time I ran out of gas, I was caught in a hailstorm in the middle of summer. Okay, apparently hailstorms can happen in summer. If you don't know what a hailstorm is, it's ice rock just falling on you. This was the second time where a police officer helped me, picked me up. He saw me walking to actually get gas. He's like, hey, I'll drive you to the nearest gas station. It's raining. And that just revitalized my faith in humanity, how great people are, and how nice people are. And even though there's some bad people that ruin your day, there's so many better people out there that we should actually think about and be appreciative of. I saw things that are indescribable, are just absolutely beautiful. And this journey was not easy for me, because I'm a pretty talkative person, and I like engaging with people. So traveling by yourself on a motorcycle, not speaking to anyone for 18 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours, gets lonely. But then you become comfortable with yourself. You learn a lot more about yourself. You learn that these challenges that you overcome, the mistakes that you have done in the past, make you who you are today, make you able to do the crazy, stupid things that you are doing, to change the world, to make it better, to achieve your dream. I saw the Grand Canyon. I trusted a stranger at the Grand Canyon. Because I was traveling, I had this huge backpack, and I had nowhere to put it. So I wanted to go cycling around the Grand Canyon, because that was one of my dreams. And I was like, hell, I will cycle with you if I can throw my bag in your car. Because she couldn't run off if I was cycling right behind her. I was sure I was faster. This is just, no, not Yosemite, but it's still pretty. Next. I climbed one of the highest points in the US. We had a view of the entire state. I was in Idaho around the rolling hills, seeing waterfalls, meeting other crazy people doing the same thing. This one was actually worse than me, because there was 2 of them on one motorcycle and 3 backpacks. They enjoyed it, let them be. So we came here to talk about growing outside your comfort zone. I definitely grew up outside of my comfort zone from being on stage here. I have huge stage fright. I grew out of my comfort zone of achieving a dream of traveling across the US on a motorcycle. How? I gave up my apartment. I ate less. Well, I spent less money on food. I had a lot of help from friends. I had a lot of encouragement from friends. And I made so many memories that I would not in a lifetime give up. So a great quote I found was, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit," by Aristotle. So growing outside of your comfort zone isn't a simple one-time thing. For me to stand up here, that's a one-time thing. I'm going to continue doing these things. I'm going to be more comfortable speaking on stage, be more professional speaking on stage, probably take better photographs, and get hit by fewer cars. Always a good thing to be hit less by cars. So, you all have dreams, and you all have fears. And you all text me your fears, and hopefully I've not broken my phone. So I want you to constantly ask yourself, what is it that you fear that day? And why you can be better than it. Why, if money is an issue, you can save up. If, talking to a professor in university, the first step is entering his door. Or if you want to go sailing around the world, you have to open a book to figure out how that's actually done. Or the web, because, cell phones and web, yay. So, I like to think that I'm smart, but I cannot say I'm the smartest person. I like to think that I'm attractive, but I'm not the most attractive person in the room. And you know what? It doesn't matter. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most pretty. You don't have to have so many things to accomplish your dreams, to move on in life and get what you want. Because all of these things that are stopping you, they're easy to overcome.